We're finally getting a little relief from the heat.
Yeah.
What's next?
Okay, so we are now officially, we've flipped the calendar page over. We're now in a new month. We're now in July. Let's see what July looks like on average here in Oklahoma. You know, there are a lot of new people coming from out of state that have now moved into Oklahoma. It's obviously summertime, so it will be hot. Here's what it looks like as far as the rain goes. Rain averages, we typically see about 3 to 4 inches of rain during the month. That's average. In Oklahoma, though, it's never average. It's either one side or the other, and a lot of times it's extreme. The most we've ever seen for rainfall was over 11, almost 12 inches of rain back in 1996. We can see tornadoes. As we always mention, you can see tornadoes any time of the year, any month of the year. We average about 1 to 2, so we typically don't see a whole lot. The record is just 7. That was set back in 1956, and it seems like we're capable of breaking records, so we'll be watching, see what happens here coming up. As far as the temperatures go, we start to dial in and get up toward the hottest time of the year by the last week of July. That's typically the hottest time of the year, the last week of July into early August. That's when we are really maxing out our temperatures on average. So 90s typically, as we see highs there through the month of July, lows in the 70s. So we certainly need that AC. That is the story again. Rainfall about 3.59. We have a dry day today, which is good. We have a little rain down along the Red River, so we're watching that right now. Most spots though are dry, high and dry. It's high pressure settling on in. 84 here. Northeast winds, they feel pretty good. It's dropping that dew point down. Humidity is at 59%. We had dew points much of this week in the 60s, much of the weekend in the 60s and 70s, and we've come down just a little bit. Right now, pressure, it's up there, 30.14, and it is rising. 80s around the state right now, so it is warm, but it's pretty pleasant. You know, the heat index is not too bad right now. We're running in the 80s for most spots, 30, 90s. Just seeing 93 there in Pauls Valley, and don't see any other 90s, but it's hot. There's a 90 right there in Chickasha. So Chickasha and Pauls Valley, you guys are kind of leading the way. You guys can lead. We'll stay way behind you, okay? We're talking northeast winds. That'll drive in some of that drier air today, so not as hot as we've been. High pressure, it continues, but as we go over the next week, it's going to be weak high pressure. As a matter of fact, it'll kind of slide down back into Mexico as kind of a weak upper airflow will be overhead. And this will take us through the weekend, kind of a weak upper airflow that'll keep going. And really what I'm trying to say is this time of the year, we talked about it heating up. It's that right there, that high pressure, when it sets on in and it gets big, it dials in, it really locks in, it pushes down, and it makes us rain-free. But it's staying away from us enough that we might have just enough instability with little waves coming across into early next week. We might just see some additional rain and storms. And that comes right in time for the 4th of July weekend. So it appears right now we won't be rain-free for the weekend, not locked in 100% either. So we'll just take it a day at a time and watch as we go through the holiday weekend. Right now, rain possible in western and southwest Oklahoma today and into tonight. There might be a sprinkle or slight shower into the morning hours tomorrow for Oklahoma City, and then a few more scattered showers around tomorrow. Not great chances for everybody, but a few scattered showers will be around, and kind of like what we see this time of the year. Heavy rain, lightning. Occasionally you get a higher wind gust coming out of these storms, so we'll monitor those conditions coming our way. And we'll be dry into Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. More instability to our west start to roll up our way, and those will come in late in the day on Thursday. As far as precip chances, southwest Oklahoma, south and west Oklahoma is where the better chance will be into today and tonight. And then tomorrow we'll call it a scattered chance coming back up into Oklahoma. And with that, like I said, some wind, that's possible with a few of those heavier storms that brew and come on in. Mainly 80s today, maybe a spot or two to 90. Really, it looks pretty good coming up for today. We're kind of getting pretty close to where we'll be on average for high temperatures today. 70s and some upper 60s tonight, and then back up upper 80s near 90. And get the trend on the temperatures here. That pattern's going to keep going. More 80s, some more low 90s on the way. You know, that high pressure with it holding off, it just does not allow us to really dial in that heat. So that is good news, you know. So this time of the year, when the high moves in, air conditioners go down, they break down, and everybody's complaining about how hot it is. But don't complain too much. Those temperatures are all considered now below normal. Some rain chances off and on. We've got those 30-40% into the weekend. So not a rain-free 4th of July weekend, but if you're getting the boat out, just kind of watch the forecast day to day. Have that News 9 weather app open and ready to go. But overall, looks pretty good.
We'll take it. I certainly like the 70s more than the high 80s. So
There you go.
we like the low a little bit better than when it gets
It'll
hot.
feel like summertime. The humidity will be there, so just make sure you watch the heat. That'll be a story the next several days.